Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shamanda. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things mental health, personal finance, and overall strategies to live your best life. Alright y'all, so it is Saturday afternoon, early afternoon. And y'all, if you watched my video yesterday, if you haven't, check it out. I just did my my bi-weekly budget update. So every paycheck I share with you guys a breakdown how I spent it, how I invested the money, how I paid off debt, whatever, right? And so that was the last paycheck of May 2025. And yeah, so I'm excited about what I was able to do with those funds and just in general for May. So that was really good. But I think the other interesting part of that video was y'all really got to see how tired I be. Like, you girl been tired this month. I don't know, I'm just tired. But I did wake up this morning and I feel so rested, y'all. I feel so rested. I haven't drank any, like, well, I did drink a cup of coffee with my breakfast, but like I didn't have any energy drinks or anything like that. So I just feel rejuvenated. I have no idea what time I fell asleep last night. I feel like I went to sleep pretty early and I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, y'all. And so, you know, but I did go back to sleep, so I think I officially got it around 7. But anyway, I said all that to say I feel good, and today I'm running errands, and I'm actually at the studio where I am taking piano lessons. And so I'm here early, so I was like, let me go ahead and film my video for today while I'm sitting here. Now, that's one thing I always try to teach you guys, is to utilize your time, especially if you are juggling multiple roles, or you know, you have multiple streams of income, and you know, some of that requires time, right? Not everything is passive income yet. You have to actually build it. So obviously, you know, that's what I'm doing here, my YouTube channel. I actually was at I was looking up something yesterday, and I just had this thought. I was like, how many millionaires are in the US? Right? I was very intrigued. I was like, let me find out. Let me Google this question to get this answer. Because I thought, you know, millionaire, it is really not that far-fetched to become a millionaire. I think that if you grew up in poverty like me, it can seem so far off. It can seem like just a dream that you just like will be just almost impossible to accomplish. But then, like, if you go on social media, it's like everybody's millionaire. Oh, I'm a millionaire, or now my net worth is $15 million, or I became a millionaire in my 20s. Like, you keep hearing all these stories. I'm like, well, how many millionaires are there then? Because I need to know. Like, how is this as rare as I feel like it is, or is this like becoming the norm, or like what's going on? Like, I need to know. So I really took the time and I asked that question. So I Google how many millionaires are there in the United States, and it said that it was, I think, 22 million millionaires. 22 million. Think about that now, y'all. Like, it's not 2,200 or 22,000 or 220,000. It's 22 million. So there's 22 million millionaires. So that means that it's not like this. It can't be this thing that's like impossible to accomplish if you think about it. Now, I, you know, ask more questions like, how are most millionaires, like how do people become millionaires, like most people? And I had seen this before, but for the most part, most millionaires reach that status through real estate. And if you think about it, once you purchase a home, you now have that home as your asset and in your asset column. And typically most homes are going to be at least 100,000. I'm just going to put it so we can just start there. So you think about it, somebody can go from no assets, like nothing, not even any money saved, to, let's say somebody gave them a home, like they inherited a home from their grandparents or something, right? And that home is worth 150,000. And let's say they paid off, it's paid off, like, it's not paid completely off, but like, let's say there's only $75,000 left on that home. Well, automatically that person, first they have the 150 in the asset column, technically, right? Because that home is worth 150,000. And then they separate or subtract the 75. So that's what's in the debt category, is because $75,000 remaining on the mortgage. But you see how, like, that quickly that person went from 0 assets to now $150,000 in assets. Now their net worth isn't $150,000, but still, right? Once they pay off that $75,000, now they have $150,000 worth of assets. That's their net worth, $150,000. So y'all, like, so now I see how people literally can become millionaires, and that it's not far-fetched. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is that I really want us to start, like, I want us to look at millionaire status in a different way. I want us to start looking at it in a way that it's attainable, that it's not far-fetched, and that it's not this pipe dream, and that it is accessible to us, that it is possible for us. Now, I went on to find some more statistics, and it said that 1 in 15 people, if you do the numbers, right, if you do the math, 1 in 15 people are millionaires. So I literally was at, like, I think this is before I left work yesterday, and I literally was like, how many people here in this office right now? It had to be about 15 people. Now, I don't know, I'm thinking, excuse me, now I don't know, I can't check people's pockets and stuff, but I'm like, what if now I'm not a millionaire yet, but I'm very close. I'm getting there. But I'm just like, what if I'm the person? You know what I'm saying? Maybe like the 15 people in, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not anyone in that office that day was a millionaire out of the 15. But what if I'm the one? I'm going to be the one out of us that will be the millionaire. Does that make sense? And I'm just like, it wouldn't be far-fetched though, because that makes sense. And so if you think about, I just want you to start thinking about this now. Now that you have this number in your head, when you're in a room, I want you to start thinking about it. If there's 15 people in that room, based on statistics, one of those people are a millionaire. And if they're not already a millionaire, they're probably close to it, right? And it doesn't mean that they have $1 million in their bank account right now, or in their savings, or even in their investments. It means, or investment account. It means that maybe they have a home that is high value. Maybe they have some investments, maybe they have some savings. If they're married, you got to keep that in mind too. So maybe their husband or your spouse, whoever, has investments. And so technically, if they're married, then that person is a millionaire too. If the husband or spouse or whatever partner is a millionaire. So, but 1 in 15, y'all. 1 in 15. So now I really hope this changes your mind and makes you think about things differently. When you go to church, when you go to school, when you go to work every day, when you go to the grocery store, I want you to start looking around and really thinking about, like, out of every 15 people, persons in this building or whatever, this space, 1 out of those 15 is a millionaire, has a millionaire status. Y'all, that's crazy. But it just lets me know that, like, this ain't far-fetched then. Like, this can really happen. This is so real. And I feel like if we start minimizing, I don't want to say minimize it, but like detach from this idea that this is just too, like, it's not possible, then we can actually minimize that, the anxiety around it, the overwhelm around becoming a millionaire, because we lower that. We like, okay, this is not that far-fetched. It's like now getting a doctorate. I'm gonna be honest, when I first started the process, I thought that, I don't know, how many people are doctorates, because statistics show that like 2% of the world are PhDs. And so if you think about that, that's like, dang, that's a low number. Like, am I really gonna be able to be one of that 2%? Like, that, I'm smart, but I don't know, like 2%, that's what? But then now that I have become a PhD and I am a doctor, I'm like, wait, you know what? It is possible. And there's coaches who do this. I could coach somebody through a PhD if they was really serious and they were passionate about sorry, my phone overheated. But anyway, I was saying that, if they were like passionate and excited and I guess just passionate about that subject matter and the field that they were studying, for example, specifically counseling, I could coach them, because there's a lot of like dissertation coaches that help people like really get clear on what they want to research and how to, in the writing process, because it's really about you're learning how to be a researcher essentially when you're doing your completing your dissertation. You're learning how to be a researcher, so you could coach somebody to do that. And so I'm just like, y'all. But anyway, that just really made me excited to see those numbers, because now, baby, they are messed up now, because I'm thinking 1 out of 15, baby, I'm gonna be one of that. I'm gonna be the one in every room that I'm in. I'm gonna be the one, and I'm hoping that I get into larger rooms and there are other people at that same level, you know, as I continue on this journey, because I don't want to, obviously don't want to be the only one, but I will be the one. And I hope that you can take on that mindset, you know, starting today, and truly start to believe and internalize the reality for you, the potential reality for you, that you can be a millionaire. You can be the one. Maybe you're the one in your family, and you're the one who helps everyone else gets to that level if they want to, right? Because it takes work. But y'all, I'm excited about this. I needed that, because yesterday I was so exhausted. I was so tired, and I'm like, okay, you got to keep pushing. Like, there's so much for you to do. I was driving here and I was seeing all these businesses, and I was just in this plaza, and I was like, you know what, I would love to be an angel investor, right? I'm like, what if I was just really thinking, like, what if I owned all of these businesses, but nobody knew that I owned them, or like at least being like a part owner, but nobody knew who I was. They didn't know my name was not even attached to the business at all, but every month I was getting recurring revenue from these businesses, like a percentage of the earnings. Y'all, that's the life that I want for myself. And baby, meanwhile, I'm somewhere in a whole nother country chilling month to month, just wherever I want to be. Man, listen, I'm telling you, I just see that for myself. I just see that for myself, you know, or just with my kids, you know what I'm saying, and just traveling and doing stuff. And I don't know, and I feel like I deserve it, and I feel like you deserve it. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the fact that I was a teen mom, and I feel like in my 20s I spent a lot of time just working and going to school, just trying to get us out of this poverty, right? Out of this poverty life. And it felt like, yeah, we're coming out of the poverty. We're in middle class technically at that point, but it was like, it was still this grind that I had to, because it's like one wrong move, one missed paycheck, we'll be right back to where we were. And so many times I had to start over. You know, there were a couple times I had to start over. And so I think that's why there's such a drive in me. And people will never understand. I know they're probably looking like, you don't have to do none of this stuff. Like, you really good. And I really am. Like, to be honest, if you want to be real. I don't say that lightly, and because I don't want anybody to come to the channel and be like, you couldn't relate. Because I saw somebody come on this other lady's channel, and they were just saying how she couldn't relate, and like, you don't have to be doing all that extra stuff. And yeah, you're right, to a certain extent you are right. But I think that once you've hit a certain level, you know that it's still possible for you to go right back to where you started. So you have to be consistent. You still have to keep building your revenue, your income streams, because anything can happen. And I think we're all witnessing this in the world that we live in right now. There are, you know, high six-figure earners who they are stable. They're doing very well, but some of them weren't really saving or investing. They were just living life and paying, and just living paycheck to paycheck, essentially, not in like your average person's perspective, but more like, I'm going to spend all of this $250,000 a year and not really save and invest like they maybe should have, right? And then when that salary is gone, you have really nothing to show for it, and you still got to pay your mortgage, you still got to pay those car payments, you still got to pay your child's private lessons and X, Y, and Z. You've created this lifestyle, and now that income is gone, and because you weren't saving and investing, you have nothing, you know, put aside from what you were earning. You just basically starting over. I don't take that stuff lightly. So that's why I'm saying, like, for me, I'm gonna keep building, keep striving, because at the end of the day, there's so much out here for us, y'all. Like, for real. So anyway, I thank y'all so much for watching this channel, liking the videos, commenting, engaging. I appreciate it. Today is the last day of May, which means that I have until 12 o'clock today to reach 2,000 watch time hours. So hopefully, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but hopefully you watch this whole video, go back and watch my old playlists and videos, and run up this watch time hours for me. I think I need about 80 something hours by the end of the day, which, yeah, we may or may not hit the goal, but we'll see. I'm actually going to come back today, this afternoon probably. I'm going to have some errands to run, but I'm going to do an update on my YouTube revenue, which I'm not monetized yet, but I'm going to share with you guys my channel and my growth, so you can kind of see where I'm at, especially as we enter into the second, I guess, not yet the second, but going into almost the second part of this year. Anyway, y'all, I hope that helps. I hope that you are encouraged. I hope that you're motivated. I hope that you are going to be one of the 15 in every room that is a millionaire in the near future. We can do this, y'all. Leave me a comment, like this video, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.